Hey guys, it's Keandra and I'm back with another video. And this is going to be a... Oh my gosh. Sorry y'all, I just got a message from my mom. Oh my gosh. Anyways, this is going to be a another headband review video. No, I'm kidding. Not really. I am definitely going to show you guys a new headband wig, but I also wanted to be informative. Just in case you have been, going through some stuff like I have in 2020. And this is just a way to detox old, bad, toxic relationships and how to break soul ties, or how I've broken the soul ties in my life. So if you're interested in seeing how to do that, then stay tuned.
And I'm catching feelings, baby.
So Snow Hair from Amazon were nice enough to send me their headband wig. I think it's a body wave 12-inch if I'm not mistaken. I have the link to the wig down in the description box below. In the wig you get, not in the wig, in the box or the bag you get your wig, of course. And then they did give me some lashes, some 3D eyelashes, which are super duper cute. So I want to thank them for sending me that. And so the way I'm going to install this wig, I kind of want to curl it. Well, we'll see. Let's take the wig out the bag first. So yeah, it is 12 inches. It is body wave. Comes in the little hairnet. It is a shorter wig, more natural wig. I either wanted to cut it into a bob, or I don't know if I'm going to, we're going to see, child. I don't know. Anyway, so you do get the... this is weird. Okay, so there's two clips on the side, like clip-in clips. And then there's a comb. And then there's a comb in the back. And then, of course, the headband. So I might be cutting this wig. I thought I was going to be able to use my Infinity Pro wand that I got from Ross. And it's rainbow. And it's super cute. But the way it's looking, this might be a bob. I don't know, child. Anyway, so let's put this on. Oh, okay, it's just kind of, my head kind of big. Okay, hold on. Okay, so it's very snug in a good way. And let's see, I'm gonna push it back. Okay, so I think this is going to be a bob, which is fine because I kind of wanted a bob anyway. Definitely gonna be a bob. Yeah, because this looks, yeah. All right, so cool. So I guess I'm go ahead and cut this wand off because I'm not using that. So y'all are gonna basically just sit here and watch me flat iron this bob. So anyway, so the topic of this video is going to be how to break soul ties. As you guys know, I was in a very toxic relationship this year that I'm still kind of not struggling to get over, but as I'm like reflecting on my year and looking back, I just realized that I was accepting a lot less than what I deserved. Y'all, my skin is like, where am my setting spray? Hold on, y'all. See, when you do matte makeup looks and you got dry skin, like it don't mix. What did I do? I just have, oh, here it is right here. I'm gonna spray this brush because it's making my skin look like it's peeling. I don't know if y'all can see that on camera, but I can. Anyway, so but yeah, I was in a toxic relationship and it took a toll on me. It definitely affected my channel. And yeah, so basically, I'm gonna give you 8 tips of how I broke and got over certain soul tie, this soul tie, because I definitely think we did have a soul tie. They're not in any particular order. There's just things that helped me. So yeah, so number one way is to pray. If you're not spiritual, or don't believe in religion or God or whatever, you could also meditate as well and do like self affirmations. Honestly, that whole and it's probably gonna sound crazy, but that whole like, oh, affirmations and spirits and meditation, like that stuff don't work for me. Like I literally had to go back to God because not saying I left God, but like God is the source of strength. He wakes me up every day. I believe in God. Y'all know my dad's a preacher. That's just what I grew up on. So it took a lot of praying, guys, like a lot of praying for me, simply because it was to the point where I couldn't sleep for months. I was crying every day. Y'all know I had to get back on antidepressants. Like I just did not understand why I had to learn that lesson or go through what I went through. And so God, I know nobody but God brought me out of that, because I mean, my prayers were very specific when it came to, you know, God delivering me from certain pain that I was experiencing. And yeah, so definitely pray. But like I said, if you're not spiritual, you don't believe in God, then, you know, meditate or something, child. I don't know. That don't work for me. I fall asleep, or I'll be sitting there overthinking, thinking about stuff that don't pertain to what I need to be thinking about. Next would be to accept that the relationship is done, or accept it for what it is. That's something that I had a problem with kind of accepting. I had to accept that the person that I fell in love with or thought I wasn't in love with wasn't real. And I say that because he put on a facade. It was just not the person that I thought. So for me, I was holding on to potential or the good times that he had showed me, when I needed to be focusing on the pain that he caused me. So you just kind of have to accept it for what it is, and then accept that it's over. Because like he would refuse to tell me that, you know, he didn't love me, things were over, he didn't want to be with me, but he wasn't doing the necessary things to make us okay again. I had to take it upon myself to be like, okay, like he's not giving you what you want. You need to accept it for what it is and for what he's showing you, and not what he's telling you, because his actions and his words don't match up, basically. And that was really hard for me. I was really sad. I was trying to, you know, basically I was just trying to make what he was saying a reality when it wasn't. So I had to accept the relationship for what it was, and accept him for what he was showing me and not telling me. Third is my favorite, y'all. Out of sight, out of mind. When you no longer see someone, you're no longer talking to someone. Even for me, I had to take a couple of social media breaks, because even if I wasn't seeing or talking to him, I would see like a tweet or something that resonated with my situation, and it would just make me so sad and so depressed and remind me of him, because literally everything I saw reminded me of him. Even his car, like out of sight, out of mind is like my favorite, because when you're no longer thinking about him or seeing him, then it's easy for you to learn to live without them. So yeah, I had blocked him on my phone. I muted him on Twitter. I love the mute feature, and the reason I muted and not blocked is because I still want him to see me thrive, but I don't want to see him. And then unfollowed him from all social media, but my profiles aren't private, so I know he's still watching. And yeah, like that's what I kind of had to do, out of sight, out of mind, because I had to get over him. And it's to the point where now, like, I don't even like miss him. I miss the like the intimacy. I miss like just having somebody, but it doesn't necessarily have to be with him, because I've now gotten myself used to not being with him, because I don't see him anymore. So yeah, out of sight, out of mind, y'all. But if it's too toxic to the point where, you know, you just can't unfollow, you can't just then block. block. If they want to, then they will. And if they want to find a way to still talk to you after you've blocked them, then they'll email you. They will pull up. They will change. But if they're not doing any of that, then block and go on with your life. I know somebody is like probably recently going through this and you don't want to hear it, because I know when me and him had first broke up, I didn't want to hear it. But now that I'm like somewhat over the situation at hand and ready for something new in 2021, like, girl, block and move on. You ain't missing nothing. You are not missing anything. Next is get busy. Like, I was definitely booked and busy in all aspects of my life. In November and December, I made more money. I don't know how I made so much money. I was looking at my bank statements and I made so much money in December, and like I don't even remember how I made all that money. But I stayed busy. I know I did Vlogmas, so my YouTube checks were amazing. I had that job at Nordstrom plus my 2 jobs that I already had. So I was to the point where I was so busy that I didn't have time to sit and think about nobody. Or I didn't have time to date. I didn't have time to think, or I just didn't have time, honestly. I was just so busy. I just didn't have time. So, find something that makes you happy, whether it's a hobby. With me, I have this problem of trying to monetize everything I do just because I like money. But, I mean, hey, if you don't, find a hobby that you like. But with me, my hobby is YouTube. And I make money on YouTube. So it wasn't hard for me to do that. And then I loved working at Nordstrom for the time that I did, even though it was like a month. But I loved dressing up every day and people telling me I was pretty, even with a mask on. I loved that. Yeah, like, be booked and busy. Y'all, this wig, it looked like my real hair, but I'm about to cut it. Because I don't like I want it to be more blunt. And I wonder if this wig is layered, which is why it's not giving what it's supposed to be giving. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm gonna put it in a ponytail and I'm gonna cut it. So anyways, yeah, stay busy, get a new job, a new hobby, something to occupy your time so you're not sitting here thinking about the person that hurt you. Next is change your hair or your look. Like, everyone loves a makeover. Like, I love changing my hair every day, which is why I'm a hair channel. And I think I like changing my hair. Like, I think everyone should change your hair, dress up, go out, whatever, and do that. I'm scared to cut this. I need to cut it straight across. That's how much I cut, y'all. Let's see what it looks like. It needs to look like a bob. And I'm gonna go in and re-straighten it. Probably need to cut this too. But anyway, yeah, change your hair, get a new wig, dye your hair, cut it, child. Women love cutting their hair when they're going through something. Do all of that, because honestly, that helped me. And it'll help you to attract somebody new. And you'll be looking good in the process and make them miss you. And be like, dang, like, she look like that? She not crying? No, we not. We not crying no more over niggas in 2021. Period. Next is learn how to be okay by yourself. This is something that I'm working on personally, because not that I was codependent, but this is how my mind works. When everything in my life is going well, like I got the job, I got money, I'm successful, I feel like I'm owed a relationship because I want to share it with somebody. I'm a very giving and nurturing person, and I love spoiling people. That's not so much my love language, but I'm kind of like a people pleaser. So I like when, I like pleasing people. And so when everything is going good for me, I'm happy and I want to share it basically with other people. And I had to realize that everything ain't meant to be shared with other people, because people take advantage. And that's kind of what happened to me. People took advantage of my kindness and I got hurt. And you just gotta learn to be okay with yourself. I recommend starting new Netflix series. My problem is I'll be finishing them in one day. I've already finished Bridgerton. I finished Tiny Pretty Things. I watched We Can Be Heroes. Like, I've already finished so much on Netflix because I have no life. So yeah, I recommend, you know, start a new Netflix series, or like I said, go back and get another hobby or a job or what, but just, you know, learning how to be okay by yourself. I think my sister helped me with that simply because when she would come visit me, I would be so annoyed of her breathing while she was at my house that I was like, okay, yeah, now I want to be alone. And so thank you, Kaya, if you're watching this. Probably not, but thank you for breathing very loudly to the point where now I like to be alone. Next is hang out with your friends. So I've been hanging out with my friends. I went to a Christmas party, as you guys saw. I was supposed to vlog me going to Dallas, but the trip ended shorter than what I expected. So I didn't get a lot of vlog footage. And I might do a story time as to why it ended, but I don't know yet because I'm kind of still not over it. But I probably won't. It's not that serious, but the trip ended quicker than I anticipated. And so yeah, that's why I don't see a vlog for that. But hang out with your friends, go out. I mean, be safe, of course, because it is a pandemic. But okay, y'all, like, is it me or is this like Bob not bobbing? Like, I look like my grandma. Like, it's supposed to, I don't know, child. Anyway, hang out with friends. You know, I was hanging out with Lauren, which I didn't really get to vlog it because, like I said, she hasn't posted her baby yet. But I've been hanging out with her, my little niece. And, you know, just, you know, hang out with your friends. If you don't want to hang out because of the pandemic, then at least, you know, talk to them, call them, talk to them on the phone, FaceTime. That's what I do. And yeah, like, lean on your friends, child. Lean on your friends. And last but not least is self-care. I feel like a lot of people say that and talk about self-care, but they really don't, like, they're like, oh, affirmations and oh, like, I mean, yeah, that stuff helped too, but child, I like getting my nails done and my toes done and my lashes done. Like, that's my kind of self-care. Or like eating at my favorite restaurant. Like, we can afford cheat days, y'all. Like, stuff like that is self-care for me. Or like I said, I take social media breaks. If I know something is going to trigger me, then I'm not going to get on social media or that certain social media. Stuff like that is what y'all need to do. So self-care doesn't have to be like, you know, meditating and affirmations and stuff. It could literally just be like you doing things that like make you happy and they don't stress you out. And that's really just it. That's all you have to do. And like I said, like, I like to get my nails done. Y'all know that I do nail vlogs. I like, oh, I just cut my shirt. I like to get my lashes done. And I like to, what else do I like to do? You know, the usuals. The usual. I mean, I guess this is, should I bump it? I don't. It's the bar for me. It's the bar for me. Like, I don't. What y'all think? Like, should I add some curls or maybe make it more blunt? Like, I'm not feeling it. It's too much bump and not enough bob. Child, I might give this to my mama. I don't know. I don't like it. I should have cut it off my head. Y'all know the last time I cut a bob on my head, I cut my real hair because my real hair was sticking out. So anyway, I'm going to go fix this off camera and I'm going to come back.
Baby, it's the vibe for me. It's the vibe for me. Do you see her out there bobbing freely?